let's go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, yet I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be a king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fat Boy Cartel podcast. This is episode number 6 of our show here on YouTube. We're going to kind of be changing up a little bit of the format here. It's not going to be quite as adhered to topics that we usually have. We're going to kind of start doing the podcast more, which just kind of us just hanging out, chilling, talking about whatever comes to our minds. We may get into some like movies and pro wrestling or football or whatever at times, but we're not going to hold to that every week. We're just going to kind of have a lot of fun and just whatever comes to our heads, we're just going to get into that. So, but for all of you just joining us for the first time, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications when we put up content on this channel. My name is Eric. Below me is Brandon. On the bottom left is Tony, and the top left is Damon. And you can find our social media at the bottom of the screen here and in the description box below. But something's going on at Brandon's house. How is everybody doing tonight? Doing good?
First of all,
I think Damon's sweet.
through the whole thing, I'm looking at Jackson.
Yeah.
And he's eating his popsicle, right? And
Yeah.
he's watching some video sitting in front of the fan, okay? To give you a picture of what's going on. But
Let's try to cool down.
He would take the popsicle, go, and then do a little jig, get back to the video, take another thing of the popsicle, do the same little jig.
Hey,
and then
man.
he noticed me looking, and he goes, what? And I'm like, what do you mean, what?
That's your child. you know, that's your offspring. Your Lloyds created that.
Weird. That whole exchange was weird.
Hey, man. Like I say, he's trying to keep cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've eaten some good food, and you know, you ever get some good shit, and then like you taste it, some good food, and you're like,
That's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, not like that.
No?
Like, I don't know what the hell that was.
Should have got it on
he
camera.
he dances like his mom. That's for damn sure.
Wow. Just throwing some shade.
Oh,
there.
you dance better than
white.
He
Is what
said
you
I
said?
dance better than mommy.
Wow. Tell me she heard that. Please tell me she heard that.
No, she's in the bedroom.
Darn.
Otherwise, sitting like,
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Anyway.
So,
go ahead.
I've
Brett.
seen this video this week.
Yeah?
okay,
I forget who posted. Maybe it was Aussie Man or maybe it was just something, but a fucking alligator. These people are on this boat port, and there's a clear floor so you can see what's going on underneath you as you go through the Everglades. Uh-oh. Hold
Yes,
on.
Sports
This could be
Center.
important.
Sweet.
Warriors, Force OT. Grizzly and Warriors tied at 99 with berth playoffs at stake.
Oh, hell with this. I'm going to go watch.
He ain't coming in with quickness. Let us know.
Dang it. Missing a good
Grizzly
game.
and the Warriors. The Warriors going in.
Yeah.
There's a fucking crocodile with a fucking half-dead, rotten coyote in his mouth just swimming through the fucking Nile, dude.
Dude.
And, like, you see the fucking legs and the fur fall. It just man, that's got shit way to go. You just sitting there on the edge of the fucking bank of the river or whatever, and you're like, this is some good-ass water, man. I like this lake water, and you just, the next thing you know, you're just done.
So that ties into what I was talking about, the video I seen. So I was watching these guys, and they were doing like a video of like close encounters or something. These were more than close encounters. And Eric, I told you about one of them. So you know, Discovery Channel does that whole Shark Week thing, right?
I thought you was talking close encounters of the third kind, like alien,
No.
little green head.
No. So you know Shark Week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves Shark Week.
Hey, you Gucci. And
Except for the ones that experience
so
it.
there's
Yeah.
there's two guys in this in the water, right? Water's clear as shit, and they're surrounded by bull sharks. Bull sharks are one of the most aggressive sharks besides tiger sharks too. Anyway, so the dude explaining to the other guy that he has nothing to fear really, because you know the sharks aren't that aggressive, whatever. The moment these words leave his mouth, one of them grabs a hold of his calf and proceeds to rip his whole calf muscle out from his Achilles up to the back of his. I'm talking about just And I'm thinking to myself, first of all,
What's up, Jax?
I could never put myself in that situation.
Right.
Like, I could never be like, yo, there's sharks in this water right here. Let's go stand over here and see what happens. Actually, like, I could never put myself in that situation. The second one was, there was this, it was somewhere in like Thailand or something like that. Big ass gator. And they were at like some gator farm or whatever. And this dude, he had this big ass gator and he was smacking on the nose. I don't know why he did it, but he did it. And he stick his hand in his mouth and he pull it out, stick it in, pull it out. And like the last time he did it, he stuck his hand in and he smacked it on his bottom jaw and he pulled his hand out. So at this point, this gator, I'm guessing, agitated with this man. Because then the second time he goes to do this shit, smacks it on the nose, stuck his hand in its mouth. As he went to pull it out, that gator slammed his fucking hand up to here, like up to right here on his fucking wrist, and then immediately rolled. The dude, I don't know why he tried to like stop it from rolling, but it didn't work.
Been better off rolling with it.
Arm roll, like roll. And then he rolled, and then the gator rolled again. And I was like, well, that arm is gone. Like, you could chalk that up as a loss.
Yeah, you might as well be getting that Winter Soldier arm, while you're at it.
Yeah, you better go get you better get a metal arm like Jax, because that's the only way you getting away with this shit. And as I'm watching this thing, and one of the guys says it on the video, why put yourself in that situation? And I get there's thrill seekers all over the place. People do all kind of weird shit for the sake of a rush. But when you're playing with an animal that literally has lived for millions of years, fundamentally, the damn thing hasn't changed from what dinosaurs were. It just got smaller. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Same goes for sharks. These are apex predators.
Basically, you're saying, why you fucking with a T-Rex?
Yeah, like why? Like what compels you to do that? What is it about that thrill of putting yourself in a life or death situation, whether it be your hand, your leg, your head, because you see these nut jobs doing that too, where they stick their head inside of a fucking gator's mouth.
Were they Caucasian?
Hey, I'm
the
Caucasian.
Asian dude wasn't, but the dude who got bit in the leg by the shark, he was.
Yeah.
And the dude who got his head caught in the gator's mouth was also white.
But I mean,
see.
So wait, hold on. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Don't get me wrong. I get the appeal of adrenaline rush, right? But my adrenaline rushes never have caused me to put myself in a situation where I may lose a body part and or die outright, right? I never really tempted fate in a wild animal situation. Like, if I'm walking on the street and I see a dog that I don't know on the other side of the street, I'm gonna slow up to see what he's doing, and then I'm just gonna proceed to not, be around that situation. Why? Like, why do you think people want that kind of thrill in their life?
You're asking a logical person with common sense to answer something illogically. I can't do that. So
let me chime in, because we all know I'm the one here with no common sense.
I don't know about that, but
so no, it's the truth. I just think it's that fucking. It's like you said, man. It's that. Look, not all white people, but like 98.9% have this gene in them that I like. Huh?
What? Like to call what?
What do you say? No, they had. Look, white people have this gene in them. Not all of them. There's a very few select that don't. But have that gene that I like to call, hey, let's go investigate. Now, that can fall under many, many categories. We can investigate straight noses. We can investigate what'll happen when I stick my hand in this alligator's mouth. We can investigate what happens when I fucking decide to jump off a bridge into a large body of water with no fucking whatever. It just they have that in them. Like that alligator video I was telling you about. You wouldn't even get me on that boat, because if that motherfucker, what are you gonna do? You become a fucking traveling buffet for these alligators. That's what happens. Motherfuckers are gonna be like, this is not a drill.
This shit just got. It's like that one video you seen. You remember a while back? the one in Florida where that 15-foot gator was just walking across the golf course.
Yeah.
And people were like, let's get a closer look. First of all, that thing was the size of a small car. Like,
but that's like a small dog to these people in Florida, though. They see this all the time.
Florida different.
I don't know, man.
Florida different, bro. That
Florida
bitch
man's
was
been a
big.
Florida man.
Speaking of which, they found a Florida man inside of a gator, high off of meth. He was dead, but the gator died too because the guy OD'd.
So he died of meth.
Yeah,
Bruh. No way.
That ass.
Wow, that's not the way he thought that was going to go.
That's probably the most Florida thing ever, right there.
Yeah.
No, the most Florida thing ever. Do you remember that video where they're on a golf course? And I don't know if the gator got this old white man's golf ball or what, but the old white man thought he was going to get it back. So, like, he tries to fucking throw his jacket or over the gator's head, and the fucking gator gets a hold of it. He's lucky that gator was like, that was a warning. That wasn't trying.
The gator ends up grabbing him or whatever and flipping him over. He let him go.
A little bit, shakes him or something, and then he was just like, man, what is my ball now?
You see the one where the guy was walking his dog and a gator snatches his dog. My man jumps in the water, grabs his dog.
Yeah, but he got his dog back, though.
Yeah, he pulls the gator and the dog out of the water. He's trying to pry open the gator's jaws. Eventually gets the gator to let go. Dog is fucked up, by the way. But he like no fear. My man was serious about his dog. Like
Just
gator
dog,
be
man.
damned.
Hold on.
Where is he going?
I have no idea. I'm all of a sudden very concerned.
You see
he
this
got
motherfucker right here?
Yeah.
You see this motherfucker right here? I'm telling you, if a gator came after my boy Tom, I have some new fucking.
Tom's like, get off me.
I tell you what, I have a dump everything else.
He said, yo, I'm gonna go toe to toe with the gator over Tom.
That's my people, man.
All I know
In
is
a burning house situation, Tom goes out first, above everybody and anything.
That's my thing. That's another question. Would you? I mean, you don't have any pets, Eric.
Not now.
Damon does, and we obviously know where Tony stands on the situation. Don't get me wrong. I love my dog. What?
Well, in your case, though, it's kids and wife and all that first. I mean, that's I get that, you know.
But if
I have
I'm
a
out
wife,
walking,
and if I had a kid,
my dog,
Tom's still going out first.
But if I'm out walking Petey or some shit, and that, we got. I mean, you know about the skunk situation, and I'm in that situation. First of all, I'm not getting sprayed by a skunk for either of my dogs. Like that's just something they got to deal with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It's not your fight.
You get sprayed, that's on you, boss. Like, but if hypothetically some wild cat or whatever came through, and I would fight for my animal to an extent. But if it looks like it's curtains for you, I love it. In memory, bro.
All right. Well, this takes me back. Do you guys just a couple weeks ago? Do you guys remember that video of the fucking dude fighting the bobcat?
Oh yeah, wife? Yo, he yeeted the shit out of that bobcat.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Good on him. I mean, that thing was going to do everything he could to eat that wife. For sure.
Yeah, I would. Don't get me wrong. I would. Like, I would help my wife in that situation. Yeah,
I'd be more afraid for the bobcat if it was trying to attack your wife. To be totally honest,
it's true. You better jump in and help that bobcat.
Let's be real.
I throw hands with the bobcat though.
But my thing was how fucking that dude went from fucking white to gangster, and he like,
he
got the
dude,
brownies
he was
coming out
like,
to his car, and he's just setting his brownies down there. And then all of a sudden, I'm gonna fucking shoot that cat, motherfucking! You just, dude, he went from fucking Mr. Rogers to fucking
0 to 60 real fucking quick.
Yeah.
He went from Mr. Rogers to Jeffrey Dahmer real quick, didn't he?
I mean, was she trying to carry groceries in? I can't remember. Maybe he was just trying to save the groceries.
She had another animal. I must have been their animal going to the vet or something because it was
right.
like a cat carrier, one of those cat carriers. And he grabbed that motherfucker. But he grabbed that bobcat by the paws and neck and was looking at it. It was like, motherfucker. And then, like you said, he yeeted the shit out of that thing. Fucking hilarious.
Dude, he mega yeeted that damn thing. I bet you that bobcat was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
we may have to get some links to some of these videos to put in the description box so we can kind of.
We can do that.
Yeah, we may have to do that after the show. Get all those together.
Oh,
All right.
So I just stumbled upon something really interesting.
What's that?
What's that?
What's up, D?
So on a Twitter page, WrestleNomics.
Okay.
This was a day ago.
Okay.
Apparently, we are getting our first AEW video game.
Yeah, you late as fuck on
talking
that.
about that for a while.
Yeah, it's been out for a bit. I mean,
The mobile game?
oh, maybe not the mobile.
Oh no, not a mobile game.
Heard
I
him
thought
talk
you meant
about
like-
the mobile game. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
It
a
was,
mobile
they
game.
did on May 20th. So yesterday.
Yeah, I think they were going to have an announcement about something, but I mean, the console game I've known about for a while.
Oh yeah, I knew about that one, but apparently it is called Elite GM of AEW Dynamite.
So it's kind of a like GM mode thing, I'm assuming.
I was about to
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. Have
Lengthy
you,
name.
yeah. Have you guys ever played the
Oh, hold on. I
mode?
still got one more video to talk about before we go on to.
Okay,
something
go ahead.
else.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. It's cool. All right, so we're talking about people reacting with animals and shit like that. Y'all remember the video? I don't know when exactly it actually happened, but I remember stumbling upon it maybe a year or so ago or whatever. But it's this little girl, and they're watching through like the house security camera or whatever. And that's what the video is playing through. This little girl out in the yard, and he sees this fucking dog trotting up, and then he just grabs her by the fucking leg, pulls her off the wheel, and starts going nuts on her. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the fucking cat comes in, fucking hip checks the dog, and fucking like.
Saves the
Oh,
girl.
that dog. Yeah, it was this little girl. It was.
That cat was like, "Do something, man."
How old do you think the
So
girl
it-
was? Like,
She
The
was
girl was
probably
only like maybe 2 or 3.
oh wow.
Yeah, she was little, and she's outside in her
This
driveway, and this dog, it was a stray dog or something, just comes running up, grabs her by her fucking leg, and you see this cat come flying out of the garage and hit this dog with the meanest hip check, and then still between the little girl and the dog was like
Chased it off, man.
Yeah.
So
That
this,
cat was like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say that cat fucking chased him off, and then you see him coming back around from the car, like, yeah, what motherfucker, do something.
Can't love
Oh,
that
no.
kid, man.
That reminds me
No,
of the
man.
time I took. This is before we moved. I took Ray outside, right? And there was this black cat that used to stay in the trailer park where we used to live, and it was missing an eye, and one of its ears was like fucked up. Like this cat looked like it had been through some shit, but it was this big ass mean looking black cat. And Ray, and I seen the cat before Ray did, and I'm like, all right, let me try to get her away from this situation. But by the time I was trying to move her around, she already seen it, so she gets all stiff and rigid, starts growling. And at the time, her leash was long. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, come on, Ray. And she's got her mind made up at this point that she's going after this cat. And I say out loud, if you walk over there, I'm 100% sure that cat gonna fuck you up. And Ray charged this cat. This cat didn't move. It didn't run. It stood up, looked at her. Ray got him within striking distance. That cat hit Ray with this clean
Pap?
3-piece.
See,
Ray, he paps her. Ray yelps, jumps back, looks at it, turned her head, looked at me. I was like, well, yes.
see, here's the thing. Dogs don't understand that dogs are living in a cat's world, okay? That's just all there is to it. Dogs, they think they have dominion, but
I agree, them cats, man. they're fucking
No,
wild.
only man.
we're living in cat's
You got more
world.
room out
I
there.
mean, we don't even have dominion.
Yeah, that's true. You ain't
Yeah, I know that because Kevin was nuts until that day Miranda. Dude, the day he attacked Miranda was like game changer. Because like she was the only one that he didn't bother, and then one day he just went nuts, and she was pregnant with Anaya, and she was coming out of the bedroom, and he was like in his little house, and he jumped out. He ended up biting and scratching her. One motion, she grabbed him by the back of his fucking head, opened the door, tossed him outside, and that's where the real cats was outside, like that black cat shit. And that motherfucker whined at the window for like 10 minutes. But she was mad, so she was like, nah, you gonna learn your lesson. So he dipped off for like 2 days. And then one day it was raining, and he came back to the house or whatever, a changed cat. Like, I don't know if he found out the streets was real out there or what.
He found God out there among the streets. You know,
He was a changed man.
it's like I don't want this. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Like, you know what? These cats out here real.
Yeah.
And but ever since that day though, he attacked her though. We couldn't really trust him any fucking more because we didn't know how he would act.
Right.
So that's why we ended up getting him taken to that shelter up the street from where we used to live, and we ended up getting Ray after that. And there was 2 times that Ray he got uppity with Miranda. It was one of the first times was when she gave her first bath.
No, I thought she said last time we were over there that she just kind of lays down though.
She's fine now.
Now, okay, got you.
But the first time it happened, but then that all ceased.
Yeah, she put the fear
And
of
she
God at her.
Yeah, she didn't hit her, she didn't do anything. She just yelled at her, and the dog stopped what she was doing, stood there and took the bath. And then now it's just like, you want to take a bath? She'll run to the bathroom.
See?
She'll beat you there.
Ray got a preview of what the Bobcat would have gotten, but instead, yeah. But anyhow, well, anyway, I kind of want to circle back a little bit today. I didn't want to totally feel like we went past the subject.
absolutely.
I want to know, so because you guys are more mobile game. I at least think Brandon and David probably play mobile games. I don't know about Tony if he does or not, but I really don't play a lot of.
I play one mobile game.
Yeah, I play a mobile game on my phone.
Okay. Well, I know you guys are more gamers than me. Do you guys think, regardless what company, do you think a general manager mode game is good for a wrestling game?
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, did anybody ever play the GM modes and like the Raw versus Smackdowns and shit like that?
Not really.
Yeah, I did.
No, but I've seen Woods and Breeze play it on YouTube.
They're hella fun.
Oh, they look
Don't get me
fun
wrong.
as shit.
But I don't know how it would work on a mobile game. Like, are you just?
So the press release. Apparently, Aubrey Edwards is executive producer for
she's
AEW Elite GM
Yeah, the video game
and a ref, as
department.
we all know.
Mhm.
Shared plans for the game's global PvP multiplayer feature,
How would that work though?
as well as an exclusive beta testing opportunity for fans.
Interesting.
This is going to be developed by Crystallized Games,
Mhm.
which
Did they list any games that Crystallized Games made before?
no, but the name sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like it sounds familiar, but I don't.
I'll
I
have
don't
to
know.
look it up. Signals the evolution of the simulator genre, taking the strategic elements of simulation and fantasy games to create a competitive and engaging space for fans. While most management simulator games are only single-player focused, with opponents represented by AIs, Elite GM additionally features multiplayer capabilities and a ladder system which injects dynamic human versus human action and a refreshing new challenge into the classic GM genre.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sounds interesting as shit, but I don't know how.
Edwards then showcased how players will take on the role of bookers for AEW Dynamite, drafting a roster of wrestlers, building matches, running the show, generate revenue, new fans, and effects on wrestlers' stamina and morale.
So it almost sounds like a Sims type thing, where you got to
Yeah.
kind of control the environment and then the shows and all that stuff. Huh. I mean,
I gotta see.
So, I
this
mean,
practice. What's it called again? And when's it
AEW
supposed to
Elite
hit?
General Manager.
Did
Yeah.
it say when it'll be available even for the beta
This-
testing?
I'm guessing this fall.
Beta
Next
test is
week.
a week, I think, in a week.
Really?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the press release. I don't know how you'll find it. My guess under.
I think it's AEW like games or something.
AEW
They have
games,
their own
yeah.
Twitter account, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have it there.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, yeah, because I mean, I know WWE games have done it before, but I've never really played it. But yeah, it makes
They
sense.
have a AEW Casino Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I've heard
All
about
Elite
that.
Wrestling LLC. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mhm.
What? Yeah. All right.
It is expected to launch this year on iOS and Android.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder when their platform games goes come out, because I think WWE is supposed to have another one this year finally, because they didn't have one last year.
2K22 is going to come out. I'm assuming in October.
Listen.
Like it normal. It's Rey Mysterio is the big feature so far.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
It's
too like,
like-
I don't know. I'm sure here soon
They'll ramp it
Yeah,
up.
we'll
soon.
be getting a trailer and all that stuff.
they'll
Gameplay footage.
announce it at some point.
game reveal and
The
shit.
title.
I just hope
But yeah,
that-
this will be the second title, and I guess an announced 3 titles.
Mm,
The
That
third one's the
without
console game being developed
can
by
do something.
Ukes.
Yeah, Ukes is what
Ukes
gets
is-
me excited about it because I love their old WWE.
Ukes
games.
is going to do the
Yeah.
console game whenever
Okay.
they decide to bring that out.
All right, cool.
I just want to know what WWE's gonna do without Ukes. Like, who's doing?
I don't.
theirs?
Well, it was EA last time they had released, but the last game was garbage.
It was.
yeah. So I'm sure, if I remember correctly, they pretty much dumped who was doing their games, and they
Ukes-
fucking got somebody
yeah,
new to
Ukes
work
was
on the
doing
new
it.
22.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah,
yeah,
well, no, Ukes.
I think it was. I think it was
whoever
before
did-
the last
Okay,
game.
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think they
okay,
dumped
okay.
Ukes. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I think the last game they just tried to release too quick, and it was just glitchy. But now they've
That's
taken
why-
a few years, so hopefully it'll be with the pandemic though.
Same thing with Call of Duty though. Like
Yeah.
every year.
A lot of games try to just
Every
come
year.
out one a year, and when they do that, they rush stuff. I much prefer it be like Grand Theft Auto, where you take 3-4 years or more to to get it, and when you get it, it's actually a really well developed game, and there's not as many glitches anyway, and it's a vast environment to play in. So
Okay, I can't see it. Hold on. No, wait till I do this. Hold on. Hold on.
he's
Do me
holding.
a favor before you do that. Put that on the charger.
yeah,
But now,
All right, and then you can. Then you can put it on TV.
so
Sorry, he was playing VR and he wants to put it on the TV.
oh,
I
that's
don't know
okay.
why, because he can't fucking see it if he puts it on the TV.
right.
some of the best wrestling games I think used to be the ones for like on the Nintendo 64. Like,
Agreed.
No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000. Some of
That is my all-time
those
favorite
were
wrestling
fun
game.
as shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of enjoy the Smackdown games that were on the first PlayStation.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah,
the shit out of
but-
that.
The first ones, like
But if I had to make
Yo.
a choice between those and the N64, like you said, even WCW, NWO Revenge was good. But yeah, mostly
that
the.
was
yeah.
But those like again, I believe those were Ukes. So
Which
More
one
than
was
likely.
WCW? Was it World Tour that had the shit? You could wrestle as Ninja. What the fuck is his name?
oh gosh,
Ah,
from WCW,
yeah.
I don't know.
I played the shit out of that one too.
Yeah, but it was just the game
you guys
mechanics.
remember Saturday Night Slam Masters?
I don't think so.
Saturday Night Slam Masters was awesome. It had that fucking guy that was like always in pink, and he had the purple star on his face and his trunks, and
I remember
it was
that.
kind of I'm
Yeah,
trying
because
to
that
think of
sounds
it.
familiar as
It
fuck.
was almost like a cross between that WWE arcade machine they had and the WWE WrestleMania, where it was like the arcade game, WrestleMania the arcade game.
That was a good game
That's
too.
all
Oh
the
yeah,
gameplay.
yeah, okay, yeah.
It was kind of like between those two. It was
Yeah.
a combination of that, and it was fun as shit. If you look it up, I'm sure you guys could find it, but I enjoy that one a lot.
Yeah. Didn't they
remember
kinda
that
have-
arcade game?
Yeah, I love that
When
arcade game. Back it
you
used
would-
to be at the.
Oh, I know. I have that on my fucking Nintendo, that little retro console I have.
Oh yeah.
I have it
yeah,
on there.
yeah, that's right. We
Dude.
played it.
Yeah, I love that game. It kind of did like Tommy Dreamer and like some wrestlers come out with something similar to that like recently. I can't remember the name of it though. It was
I have no
it was
idea.
something Mania, I thought. but-
Yeah, no, it is. It's supposed to be the direct console. I bought it.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
on the PlayStation.
Did you play it yet?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. It's pretty much like that, but it's it's good though. Worth the $20. I
Yeah.
mean, so I liked it.
I've tried it.
Hey, that's some of my fondest memories, especially like in school and stuff. Just playing these old wrestling games and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, shoot.
Y'all remember though when you saw those graphics, you thought they were the best.
Yeah, I know. At the
Do you
time, it
remember WrestleMania 2000? Everybody had that fucking their face.
was like all
was-
square.
Like they
They were
just
all like they were
stuck it-
squared.
Yeah, they just stuck their faces on these characters, so they were stuck in these expressions.
Yeah.
And Gangrel's, to me, was always the goofiest fucking because he had his fangs, but they were the same color as his skin.
Yeah.
He would
So to
Ah,
go
I
over
just
something
couldn't
with
do
you
it.
guys.
Okay.
I want to see what you guys think.
Okay.
So back in 1995, they had the, and I want to see if you guys think this would float today, and if it did, how would you guys book it or whatnot?
Okay.
But Jim Cornette, who ran Smoky Mountain Wrestling, he did a show in 95 called the Super Bowl of Wrestling, basically where they got wrestlers from all these different promotions, and they put on this huge super show. Of course, Smoky Mountain, just like ECW was not, I don't want to say in cahoots, that sounds weird, but Vince and the WWE were, they were giving them wrestlers, loaning them wrestlers, helping them with, pay and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But let me just go over this card real quick, and I will see what you guys think. So we got Brian Armstrong of the Armstrong family, BG James, Road Dogg, that's his brother. Bullet Bob was his dad. You got him versus D'Lo. You have the Headbangers versus Chris Michaels and Flash Flanagan. PG-13 was JC Ice and Wolfie D versus Curtis Thompson and Jackie Fulton. You had the Punisher versus Bullet Bob Armstrong. Al Snow versus Marty Jannetty. Severn versus Bobby Blaze. Terry Gordy and Tommy Rich versus Boo Bradley and the Mongolian Stomper. Brad Armstrong, Billy Jack Haynes. The Undertaker showed up and defeated Unabomb, and Unabomb was Kane. That's where Kane got his in when he wrestled fucking Taker, and Taker went back to Vince and
I
said,
remember
"Hey,
them talking about
I can draw
that.
money with this guy. Oh, we need to book him, get him up here." I don't know if you remember the Heavenly Bodies, but it was
Yes, I
Jimmy
remember the
Del Rey,
Heavenly
Jimbo,
Bodies, yeah.
and Tom Pritchard versus Dirty White Boy and Trace Smothers, rest in peace. And then your main event was fucking Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus Buddy Landell. So, and that was actually for the Intercontinental title. Obviously, Shawn went over. In a situation where we are today, where you see AEW working alongside NWA, working alongside Impact, very possible to work with Ring of Honor, MLW. I mean,
New
the
Japan,
possibilities are endless.
Yeah. Right.
And Japan, and I mean, I know it's not much, but even with Jericho being allowed to be on Broken Skull, a WWE product, let's just say the door's open for something, right? How would you book that? I mean, the matches are possibilities are endless.
With today's stars, you mean?
Give me everyone give me your top match. Whether it be,
man.
you can make a tag, whatever. If you could do,
I would love to
you wanna see?
see the Usos versus Lucha Bros.
Agreed. That's a good one.
Those versus who, bud?
The Usos versus the Lucha Bros.
Phoenix and
I'd like to
Penta.
see Phoenix and Penta. I would like to see the New Day against the Bucks and Kenny, because I want all three of the New Day, the Big E included, against the Bucks and Kenny. I think that'd be good. And what's his fucking name? I would like to see Cody go up against Seth Rollins.
That might be
See
all
how
right.
that
Yeah. Because be solid. Now that's mostly.
What about you, man?
Who, me? Oh, I mean.
Oh, and then put
What do you like to see,
Dean.
bud?
No, put Eddie Kingston against. Ooh. I gotta think about that one. Hold on.
Okay, well, I got one. I mean, it's.
Okay.
I don't know how much.
Good.
I would take. I know this sounds cliche, but I would take the women's champion from NWA, Deeb, against probably Britt Baker. She'll probably win the title. Against Bianca, against Sasha. Some of them top talent. Make it like a 4 or 6 way. Do something like that. I was trying to think of who I'd put against Roman. Part of me would.
Who I would put against Roman. I know exactly who I would.
I want to hear that. Yeah.
I would see his cousin. The fucking the Samoan werewolf out of
that'd be
MLW.
dope.
Yeah.
The two of the baddest Samoans on fucking the planet right now wrestling. I would love to see them two battle
That'd
it
be
out.
dope.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
As much as I give AEW shit and Kenny, I wouldn't mind seeing Kenny and Roman.
That's what I was about to say.
I think
Kenny
that'd be
Roman.
good too.
Yeah.
But I just think because I know Kenny and Xavier are legitimately friends outside of wrestling, and
Yeah.
I honestly feel like they could probably put together a really good match, especially against, with the Bucks and against the, not the Usos. I was about to say Usos
Young
against
Bucks.
the New Day.
The Bucks and the
I think the
Usos
New
could
Day-
actually even be decent too.
Yeah,
Depending.
but I think for me though,
What
I
about the
would really
Usos
like
and the
to see-
Briscoes?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can you imagine
Well,
the
Oh.
impact and
I think it was a Street Fighter thing. They teased it was Kenny and the Young Bucks.
Versus
the New-
in the New Day.
They
yeah.
were
yeah. It
I-
was at
I-
a gaming tournament, yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching that
I've seen
either. Yeah.
And a
But
lot
yo,
of people when
wait.
they did that were talking. It's like, ooh,
Could
The
it possibly?
the Briscoe brothers versus, the Briscoes versus the Usos versus Lucha Brothers.
Do you
Three-way.
think there's ever a
Tag team.
possibility? Again, I'm not saying Vince would be against the idea, but I got a feeling maybe it would be more likely with Triple H. Do you think there's ever a
It's gonna have to
possibility?
be when Vince leaves.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
that's my thought too.
It'll have to be
I
when
mean,
Vince.
the only way to get Vince to agree to it is if you throw money at him.
Not
Yeah,
even that.
Well,
You have to convince him it's his fucking idea.
More important than
Well,
money
that
with him.
too.
It's his
Yeah.
ego. You
Yeah.
have to get his ego.
You'd have to convince him it was his fucking idea,
mhm.
and then he'd make a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
But
And he
you
would have to probably be in control of the book.
the whole
Yeah,
Oh.
which probably
It would be his
means
booking.
AEW loses everything.
maybe, and not just AEW. It'd be NWA,
Any other
whatever.
promotion, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about NWA. Trevor Murdoch. I actually
Yeah.
like Trevor Murdoch.
Or Nick
in,
Aldis
NWA.
against.
Yeah, or Nick. Oh,
I would like to see Nick Aldis and Triple H.
Yeah,
I was all right. You read my fucking mind.
especially Triple H from like early 2000s.
Oh,
Shit, even 5 years ago.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, you're right. I would rather see a younger Triple H. I think Aldis and Trips now could do really good.
Yeah,
I
they
think
probably
they could
could.
do
Yeah, I think they make it work.
No, yeah,
Ooh,
absolutely,
I'm
man.
forgetting. We're saying, we're. I'm not even thinking about. Hold on, Jackson. Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, they made NXT guys too. Shoot.
yeah.
Adam Cole had shoot.
Adam Cole against Darby Allin.
Yeah, oh, that'd be good. That's not bad.
I don't know who put those.
You don't think so? Like Ricochet and Darby could be good too.
I would like to
With,
put Darby
so here's
Allin.
here's the thing, with like a lot of these guys that WWE swooped up from the Indies, these matches could have already happened.
Right.
They could have, yeah.
Yeah, but to see him on the stage that
Well, yeah, to see him on the
This
like a
would
big
be-
stage.
I see him on a
yeah,
stage
yeah.
that like WWE could do. I'm not saying like, these other people, but if you think about
With the
the grand
presentation and
stage,
everything
yeah.
else, yeah.
that WWE could pull off here.
Like a Wrestle Kingdom type thing, like where
Oh man,
Just
You
all
would have to do
promotions
it either
are
in, like
open.
the Tokyo Dome or it
For
would be all
sure.
promotions, and you would have to do it like
a 2-night event at a
Which
big
class
Mania,
would-
WrestleMania type
just
arena.
called when like wrestling worlds collide, and
Yeah.
that's
I don't
the name
remember
of
if
the
it was
show.
a slamboree or if it was still when it was NWA. It wasn't WCW yet. But I think they did it in the middle of Shea Stadium. Like they literally put the ring in the fucking middle of the stadium.
I know,
Yeah,
I
you
know.
had
Ring of
people-
Honor has done that before.
Yeah, and you would need something like that to where you would not only fill out the stands, but you could have them down on the fucking field. I mean, just fucking the biggest
Okay,
stadium you could find or something. Because if you were actually legit able to get all these promotions together, could you imagine that would be the biggest pay-per-view? You would never
Give
touch
me-
it again.
No,
you would
probably
never
give me
top it.
Roman, Okada, Omega,
Dude.
Roman's cousin Fatu, Nick Aldis, and somebody else. Give me one more. Let's say Moose from TNA.
There you go.
I actually like.
Okay.
I guess
a big
Moose and
stick.
Omega.
Oh, hey, there you go. Hold
too.
on. Someone brought up Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
About Sammy Callahan.
There you
Callahan and Darby
go.
Allin. They could have a.
Man, that'd be brutal. That's what that would be.
Each other.
Yeah.
So here's a fun fact. So
Yeah, need
because
for that.
I think it was Eric who brought up Cole versus Allen.
Well, Cole and then somebody else did the Allen part, but yeah.
That's actually happened
Has it?
2 years ago
Oh
I
yeah.
got to look this up.
at an Evolve show.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
Ooh, you know who
It
I
was
want
Adam
mine?
Cole versus Shane Strickland and Darby Allin at Evolve 121 and 122.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
You know who I wouldn't mind seeing again because I really enjoyed their match. Osprey and
Yeah, forgetting them New Japan guys.
Yeah.
Osprey and
Which, by the way,
Ricochet.
Osprey
Did you guys hear about Osprey?
He's out with injury. He
broke his neck.
He fucked something up, and he had to vacate the title.
Oh man,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was either his back or neck that he broke. It's
yeah, he's out for a while.
Dude,
he had to go back to the UK for it.
Dude, that's shitty.
But I mean,
he's gonna be done.
This whole idea,
New Japan is like just.
Seems to be
an unrest right
I keep forgetting about
Okada.
Not Okada, the other one.
Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi.
Yeah,
and Naito.
There was talk that Kota Ibushi could end up at AEW at some point. I don't know if that's true or not. But this whole idea, though, I love the idea. Could you imagine if like all the wrestling companies decided to band together the end of the pandemic and just say, "Hey, we're back. We're going to blow the roof off everything." You know, that would be. It's never going to happen.
That's one of those situations where like you'd have to be there.
Yeah, I'd have to take off work if possible.
Yeah,
I'm selling my sister to get tickets.
Poor Rebecca. Well, you said she don't watch this show anyways.
That went in a weird direction real fucking quick, didn't
it? He like skipped the kidney or anything that he owns. He went right.
I'm quite fond of both my kidneys inside of me.
He went literally. I'm selling my sister. All right,
but it's just. I mean. I guess when you put it that vague, it would be so hard to try and book a card because there's just so many dream matches.
Yes. So many dream matches.
No, I think everything
ego.
Yeah, I was going to say the egos right there alone would be
over a 2-day span.
That's just it, though. I think
you put the egos aside.
It's a lot of the boys.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a lot of the boys that have the egos. It's the fucking booker. It's the promoters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It would be their egos that would stop all this.
I think the wrestlers would be into it for sure. Yeah. No doubt. I mean,
because I honestly believe, like you could get some dreams.
I mean, it's almost. I mean, I'm not going to say never.
Did it die?
Because I mean,
I'll put on charge for a little bit.
Let's be honest. Wrestling has taken a dip. We can all agree on that. If all these companies were to band together to do that, even if it's like just once a year,
man, I'm tuning in.
I mean,
guaranteed.
I guarantee you would get eyeballs, regardless of who wins or loses. I mean.
Go get his because I don't know.
If you're gonna do it, let wrestling be wrestling. Fuck the scripted promos. Everybody doesn't need to get, but you can get blood again. Let some people get some fucking color,
right.
And have an actual wrestling show.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even need promos on the fucking card.
Yeah, just set up the matches, and I mean, you could do some promos before or after matches or something like that. But it wouldn't have to be storylines even.
The thing, but...
No, the storyline is literally
just let the boys go do
coming together.
Yeah.
Right, it is. But could you imagine some of the promos though? I mean, you're gonna still need some things. I mean, not necessarily to draw them in because, like you guys said, with a show that big, you're automatically just gonna want to see it to see it.
As long as I get
like, with the promos for the Usos in the
well, not only that,
listen. As long as I get the Usos from WWE, the Lucha Bros from AEW, the Briscoe brothers from ROH, and the fucking Gorillas of Destiny from New Japan. I don't care.
4-way tag match. Shit.
Yeah.
Where's my wallet?
Exactly.
Just so I can hear Tama Tonga go fuck in the middle of a match. Like,
all right, hold on. I got an idea. So we're gonna do a Money in the Bank match, but this isn't for a title, and I'm just using the Money in the Bank because that's what everybody knows. But in the briefcase or whatever's hanging above you, contract for whichever federation you want to go wrestle for. So I'm taking Kota Ibushi.
Okay.
Putting him in there.
Okay.
I'm taking Eddie. I'm putting him in there.
Eddie Kingston?
I'm taking Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston. I'm taking Adam Cole, and I'm putting him in there.
Okay.
I'm going to take a healthy Will Ospreay. Put him in there.
Jeez.
I'm going to take... Fuck. I need two more.
Is there one on the table?
Two more. Who else?
There's a cup on the table. It has some.
No, I'm trying to think of two more that I'd really want to fucking see in a match like that.
I mean,
Ricochet could kill it in the.
Did you say Adam Cole?
Ricochet?
Yeah, you said Adam Cole.
I did say Adam Cole. Ricochet and Jay Lethal.
There you go.
Ricochet and Jay Lethal.
Ricochet, and you could have good little like.
You might want to check your pants, Brandon.
With Will and
Oh,
Ricochet.
that
and
Will
all that.
Ospreay, yeah, Ricochet and Will Ospreay in the ring together at the same time again. Man, come on! And then you just got some veterans
Kota
in there,
Ibushi.
like Kingston and Jay
maybe like a
Cole.
Shinsuke
And then you
Nakamura
got-
from New Japan.
Oh, yes.
I want
Okay, sorry. I want Shinsuke in there too. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Shinsuke, Will Ospreay, Kota, Eddie Kingston, Jay Lethal, Ricochet.
I can't think of anything better than that. To be honest with you.
Well,
I take that. I'll take that.
Dude.
maybe
But if I like,
Cesaro.
So fucking cool.
but again, I told you my dream tag team turmoil situation would be those 4 teams that I listed. The Briscoes.
Now, would you do it actual tag rules, or would you let them do
Tornado
tornado
tag.
Yeah, I think
I want
tornado would be
tornado
best.
tag.
Yeah.
Tornado tag for that shit. Could you imagine the fucking spots here, fam? Like
Thought you didn't like spots as
Dude,
much.
the only thing,
in this situation,
would worry about the Lucha Brothers too much, because you see how when they fucking get off by themselves, man, and they start just going. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I would worry about.
But
You're
it would
right.
still be
The
dope,
spots would be
though.
amazing, and this is your match, so you book it the way you want to.
the spots would be amazing.
Oh, it would absolutely. It would.
Because the only really 2 really big high flyers you got in that situation would be the Lucha Bros. Don't get me wrong. I know the Usos do their thing every once in a while, but it's really your
But since
super
their
high
gimmick
spots
changed-
come from.
Since their gimmick changed, they really kind of cut that out though.
Yeah, so
Outside of
you
their
would get
finisher, that's really
your
it.
more brutal aspect of tag team wrestling will come from the Briscoes and God.
Oh,
right?
God.
Your more technical side will come from the Usos.
Yeah.
So like I think all together, like those 4 teams would be fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
One could dream.
Since we're
right?
doing fantasy booking,
Yeah.
I'd like to see Stone Cold come back for one more match,
Uh-huh.
but it wouldn't be against CM. I would want to see Stone Cold come back, wrestle Brian Pillman Jr.
Oh man,
Oh well, okay, I get your point. Yeah.
Ooh.
that'd be
There's no
dope.
whole storyline around that.
You guys are
That'd
probably
be-
thinking, with the Hollywood blondes.
Blondes, mhm.
Yeah.
The
The
varsity,
varsity
blonde.
blondes, yeah. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
so I mean, I would love to see
That
Stone
could
Cold
be
come back
good.
and put over, his old partner's son.
Mhm.
That'd be cool.
That was, again, just
I mean, if you're bringing
Just
back
And like outside of even fantasy booking, I would love to know Austin's fucking
Thoughts on that?
his opinion on Junior.
yeah.
It was crazy because like I seen him and I go, man, that is Brian Pillman's kid.
He's not too shabby from
look
what
a
I
lot,
can tell.
and he looks just like his dad. No,
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, he's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Austin said he reached out to him, I guess. Austin was on his on Pillman's dark side of the ring, and I guess he had this is what got him into wrestling. I think is he had an old weight belt of Bryan's, and he called up his kid and said, "Hey man, I got this here. I want to give it to you," and that was kind of the match that lit that spark for Pillman Jr. to start getting into wrestling.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know that.
Austin. If you want to get
Oh,
into
yeah,
like,
he didn't want to. Pillman wasn't.
Your mic cut out.
yeah. Still there, buddy?
I was just gonna say Pillman
Okay.
didn't. He didn't want to get it. I mean, it wasn't until that he didn't have no, inkling to get into it until he got that belt. He was happy playing video games and fucking just doing his everyday thing, but he got that belt from Austin, and it's like, maybe this is something I should be doing.
Got the
And
itch, huh?
Hey man,
Come
that's
on.
pretty cool, man. To feel like you know what? Let me go see what my old man was talking about.
Okay, I got one for you then. If we're going to talk like
What you got,
Austin,
Eric?
guys who's been retired or whatever, dream match of guys who never wrestled each other, like even from all time, that you can think of. It might be kind of hard to think of them never wrestling each other. But I mean, the one that always stands out to me. Granted, I know a lot of people don't like one half of this, but I always regret that we never got Austin versus Hogan. But that's just me. If you could have taken that WrestleMania 18 thing with Hogan and Rock and put Austin in there somewhere too, I would have loved to have maybe at least seen it once. But that's
Yeah,
just
you gotta think about Austin at that point in time.
yeah, I
too.
know.
Like,
Yeah, he was not.
the polar opposite of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And The Rock was kind of like that perfect kind of fit at that point.
Right. Or I'm trying to think of like I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. We never got that.
Yeah, it just never happened. I mean, I know it was in the plans for I think a WrestleMania at one point, but
I honestly think I would like to see if it was possible, like a I can't say in shape because the man's 50 something and he's in shape now. But Austin,
mhm.
in KO,
Yeah, Stunner versus Stunner.
stunner for stunner.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Austin always had the better stunner, but he was the originator of it, for the most part. So I get it,
I'll ask this question when Tony gets back.
Okay.
I'll ask this question when Tony gets back.
But like Randy Savage and Triple H, or Randy Savage and The Rock, or Warrior and
Savage.
Taker. Well, yeah, I don't think we ever got that. I mean, they were around the same time.
Savage and Taker, though. Not Savage or Taker.
Savage and Hunter.
And Triple H. That'd be actually kind of good.
Yeah, something like that. Shawn Michaels and shoot, there's a lot of guys nowadays I'd love to see Shawn Michaels in the ring with.
Shawn and Bryan Daniels for sure.
Oh, that's it. yeah.
Shawn Michaels
and like Kenny Omega, or
Shawn Michaels, young Shawn Michaels,
AJ Styles.
Dude,
Shawn
Shawn and
read my
AJ.
mind. I heard Shawn Michaels, and I was thinking
Rogue
Shawn
Superkick?
Michaels versus Daniel Bryan, or
Yep.
Shawn versus AJ Styles. Which one would you rather see?
Both.
But
All
yeah,
triple threat.
if I have to
Okay,
choose,
hold on. What about this?
okay.
Sean and AJ versus Brett and Daniel.
Ooh.
Oh man, that'd been good too, dude.
Or Brett and AJ versus Daniel and Sean. I mean, either way.
Either way
just a four-way.
combination.
Those four
Yeah.
would be.
That'd be good too. Fuck.
Man, now I'm getting sad. It's like, it's never gonna. I guess that's why we buy the wrestling games to fantasy book
So,
stuff, huh?
Let me ask you a question here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite finisher?
Me?
Yeah, anybody.
Well, all of us?
What's your favorite finisher?
Eric, you go first.
Of all time. Well, there for a long time it was the super kick, but as we've discussed, that kind of is no longer. But I would say probably the stunner. Clearly, Austin's not Owens, but Owens has gotten better at it. But I mean,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. That's probably all time. Yeah. What about you guys?
For me, from a looks appeal, I love a Canadian Destroyer. I think it's so cool. But honestly, at the end of the day, the big lariat that started with Stan Hansen, who just fucking leveled people, and
JBL.
JBL, what is goes on from hell.
Yep.
I love
Tony-
that fucking lariat.
Tony
man.
read my mind because it was such a move that, like, literally, you know how Randy's got the whole moniker like out of nowhere. That fucking lariat was literally from fucking nowhere.
And everybody who
Turn on
JBL
a
hit with
dime.
it, he would nail and drill everybody with it. It didn't matter what size you were going down.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
what's worse is, I guess he, before he became JBL, when he was still coming up and he was touring in Japan, he was fucking wrestling Stan Hansen every night. And Stan Hansen was blind as a fucking bat, and he didn't have glasses or anything. So when you wrestled Stan and he threw that lariat,
It was Jesus take the
landed
wheel.
wherever the fuck it landed, and he was knocking you out with it. So that's where he picked that move up.
Yeah.
Much. Fuck.
What about your finisher, Damon? You got one?
I mean, 5-star frog splash.
Yeah,
That's a
good-
dope one,
That's a
too.
good one. Yeah.
You know what I used to love about the 5-star frog splash was, like, legit. If you watch Rob do it, it's like he would turn himself.
And the height he always got.
Yeah, he would. And then, like, if you're laying at an odd angle, somehow, don't know fucking how, but he always landed it square.
Right.
And I'm like, how do you?
In midair, he'd alter himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time he got up to the apex of that jump, it seemed like he'd just hang there.
Yeah.
And now, granted,
Just for a
they'd slow
split
down the
second.
video on the replay, but even in real time, it looked like he just
Real
kind of hang
time,
there.
it like he just froze for a second.
Seth, what he does,
Yeah, he does a
he
pretty
doesn't
good
do
one.
a 5-star, but typically one of his jumps from the top rope, he gets fucking height.
Or one of the Street Profit, Montez Ford.
Montez
He
Ford.
gets height on that too.
Sasha throws one. She does one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is that more of
But hers was
an
more of
Eddie
a
Guerrero
frog
frog
Eddie
splash
Guerrero
though?
frog splash.
I think.
Yeah, it's more of Eddie's frog splash. Yeah.
But speaking
I
of splashes,
love
yeah,
D'Lo's frog splash. Because, like, D'Lo,
the in between the legs and the split legged.
he used to dig him deep when he did his frog splashes.
Great
You
dude,
remember that-
by the way, D'Lo Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Met him at
You
the
remember
at a bar in
the-
Bloomington.
You remember that vest he used to fucking wear? The
Yeah, the full body or the kind of like Roman.
Yeah. And I used to love that D'Lo though. It was like that frog splash. I liked his, but I think the lariat was always clothesline from hell, whatever you want to call it, was one of my favorites. But also, I used to love the Texas Cloverleaf. Dean Malenko used to do it.
Yeah,
WCW.
yeah.
One of I know everybody's
He
a
was-
sharpshooter, but for whatever reason,
That was good.
that submission move for me was one of my favorite submission moves of all
And
time.
he always
Isn't
cinched it
Sheamus
in.
using that nowadays?
At times, yeah, I think he does. Yeah. I mean, nobody can do it better than
Don't
Dean.
see that many people do it. No, nobody know.
But Dean has so many moves.
That bit in.
Yeah.
And then he just sit down on his haunches, and I'm like, that looks like it sucks ass.
Speaking of sitting down on stuff, I miss how Jericho used to do the walls of Jericho, where he used to put his knees.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the Boston Crab version, but it was so much better when we put the knee on the back of the guy's head.
Yep.
It was just,
The difference between the Lion Tamer and the walls. Was the walls just a straight up Boston Crab, or was it
Yeah,
the walls were
the
the
Lion
Boston Crab,
Tamer is where he would bend you
backwards,
like, at the back.
and then he put your
Gotcha.
knee. He put his knee in your back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, how good Tombstone!
Yeah, that's a good
The
one.
Tombstone was always good too.
Tombstone's always classic.
The Tombstone's great. It's just sometimes you can tell, obviously, the head's like this far above the mat. But yeah, I get that. Obviously, that's the way it's supposed to be. But
Oh yeah.
there were
I
times.
mean, now like the way Taker is doing it now, yeah. But I mean, like
Hell.
back in like the Attitude Era Tombstone.
yeah.
Hell, one of my favorites, also another favorite of mine, was just the DDT.
Jake Snake.
And then, Jake the Snake. And then I liked Raven's iteration of DDT, Even Flow.
That was more of like a just straight down. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that one too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, DDT. It was
Sleeper.
simple.
No one utilizes the sleeper anymore, dude.
Fuck that. Bob Baxton's crossface chicken wing.
The sleeper, yeah, that's true.
Nobody
Yeah,
uses
yeah.
sleeper hold anymore. It's more of a rest hold now.
Or speaking of
I mean,
top,
I think Ziggler uses it, not necessarily as a finisher, but
nobody will do it better to me than Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for whatever reason, I just love the way he applied it. Bit him in the butt the WrestleMania I went to, though, where Bret Hart did the kick off the top and then pinned him down with the.
But that was such a great finish.
It was.
That
That was. I love that WrestleMania, not just because I was there, but it had some good matches on it, too. Randy Savage, Flair. Yeah, I mean, there was some good stuff on there.
Speaking of Randy Savage, I mean that elbow drop, that Macho Man.
Yeah, I was about ready to bring that up. Yeah.
His fucking elbow up when he would jump.
Only two people I ever saw drop an elbow that was so pretty was Randy Savage and Shawn Michaels. Their two elbow drops were
Shawn
flawless.
does a good elbow, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other people who did it okay, but
that motherfucker used to jump up in the air and he
Holy shit.
What happened?
The fucking spider is huge.
Okay, you're about to die.
hey, Tom, get it.
Tom,
He's on the outside of the window, thank God.
Holy
Ugh. Like how big? Like what's the size you think? Size
see if you can take a picture of it.
How
Tony.
big? How big is it, Stone?
size of your pop filter?
Like about this.
That's
Right
still,
here.
that's still a good $50.
Hold on,
that's
guys. Hold on. He stopped moving. Hold on.
He gonna bite your motherfucking ass.
Somebody
He's on
have
the outside.
somebody have
All right.
911 on standby.
So I got another question for you guys.
Okay.
When Tony's done with the spider situation.
You mean this when the spider's done with Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck his ass.
Hey, I'm sending it to the ground.
I don't know if I want to see this. I hate spiders.
So does Tony.
Yeah, apparently.
He's about to become Spider-Man, and I'm gonna be jealous.
No kidding, man.
So
Okay, would you take a bite from a spider if it gave you Spider-Man powers?
Yes,
David's like,
I
why
don't think it's
not?
gonna work out like you think it is.
No, it's not.
probably not.
I think it's gonna be like the
At the
human
very
very
top.
situation.
I really don't want to see this, but what the hell?
Did group chat? If we send-
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's in the pod.
That's a pretty good size. Looks like a
Good
starfish.
Lord, that's fucking massive.
Now, granted, this is a lot closer than a light post in the picture, but the light post is about the size of the spider in the photograph.
Yeah, that is a big ass spider.
But anyhow,
That bitch took up residence on your window. You better start charging that
Tony
motherfucker
does
rent.
not live in Australia.
there ain't no way you could pay me to live in Australia.
I need.
You-
Do I need
have
to
you
call
ever
him
seen
sir and see if he has a mustache?
Have you seen a huntsman spider before, Tony? They're in
I've seen one.
Australia. They're bird-eating spiders. They're huge.
I know that.
They're the size of fucking dinner plates.
We're
Like,
one
they're
step away
mad-
from human
mad,
being eating
dude.
spiders. No thanks.
So, all right. So we did finishers.
Uh-huh.
Who's your favorite? What entrance captured you the most? Minus Takers, because
Yeah, that's kind of a given.
captivating moment here.
Well, every time I heard the glass shatter, clearly everybody
Yeah.
went nuts. But I wouldn't say that the whole entrance, though. I mean, it was bad. It was badass. But the glass, jeez, of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rox is up there just because the charisma.
Oh, you would know. Yeah, yeah.
Was Saul live though? I mean, definitely Taker's live. I've seen it live before. But
Well,
I don't
as
know.
much as I hate to admit it, that fucking racist ass Hogan
Always got the
Hogan
crowd
always
going though.
fucking-
Yeah, real
always
American
gets
hits, man.
It's a great song, regardless.
me. Warriors too,
Warrior-
though, man.
Warrior
You can't
I
Yeah.
would say Warriors.
with the rope shaking and everything. Yeah, I give you
But I
that.
always liked Savages.
Yeah,
the-
well, especially when he wore like the armbands, made him.
Yeah.
I mean, now, granted, I always thought he was a good wrestler. He didn't have to look bigger to me, but that costumes and stuff he'd wear.
Harlem Heats, man, that fucking music, that was hype, man. Harlem Heat.
Ice, ice, ice.
with the flames.
And DDP's self high five.
Yeah,
No, it was me. It's me. It's DDP. And
so getting
his was
copyrighted.
good. I know.
But hey, no, that's cool.
And I liked NWO Wolfpacks.
Yeah, I mean, I even like the black and white. Just the,
Everybody likes black and white. I don't know. I was always a fan of.
I like when Hogan used fucking Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
and he always did that chop it down
You know.
with the edge of my hand. You know,
Yeah, edge of my head. Yeah, I love that fucking song, dude.
yeah.
Flair, you got Flair's entrance.
Flair's always been, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's just his natural charisma is all that really was. But still, yeah, he's
Bret
made it.
Hart's was iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean's
Triple H
entrance
is.
at WrestleMania 12 from coming down from the rafters.
Dude, Triple H, yeah.
Oh, dude, I used to
H
like
theme.
I used to like work out and like take the bottle of water, you know. But yeah,
All right, hold on. What about Evolution? Evolution had a bomb-ass
Had that
theme and entrance.
Four Horsemen thing going. Yeah,
Randy Orton's "Burning My Light."
Batista's entrance.
Yep.
The Randy Orton's original entrance, "Burning in My Light." That song.
Yeah, right after he turned face.
Yeah, I love that entrance.
I like that
Cena's
one myself.
Cena's.
I think it was the
Thugonomics
Thugonomics,
was-
like the way the Thugonomics.
Thugonomics, and then Cena's theme for 21 WrestleMania 21, the one he currently has now.
Oh,
But
yeah,
that
yeah.
first time he played that, because the first WrestleMania I watched live, as in just I was at home, but
Mhm.
still live, was 21, and hearing that theme played for the first time, knowing the story, this is his first world title
Mhm.
match, and ended up being his first world title. It just something in me was like,
if you want to talk Cena
What do you want?
entrances when he was number 30 at the Royal Rumble, and everybody thought he was still hurt.
Yeah, when no
Yeah.
one.
That thing blew the roof
what
off
was that,
Madison
Rumble
Square.
08?
Something like that. So 07, 08, somewhere in there, yeah. But he blew the roof off the joint, and that was
Oh my god, yeah.
that was incredible.
And whether you like the man or not, Vince McMahon's music.
And of
When
course,
No
yeah.
Chance comes on, people lose their fucking mind.
Yeah, and wanted
Oh,
to
yeah.
see Austin destroy him. So, and you know,
What about when AJ debuted, man? That theme was hot.
the
and
problem
no one-
with that was
it's
at the Rumble when he came out, the camera didn't pan over to show the "I am phenomenal" on the Titantron.
So you had
So
no
you had
idea.
no idea who the crowd was going nuts for until he lifted his head, and you're like, okay, cool. But yeah, they kind of botched it a little bit. But other than that, yeah, it was great.
But with like what
his
Brandon
music
said
shit,
with
though.
Vince,
Vince,
like with-
when Vince's music hits, when No Chance
even
hits,
nowadays, people who like everyone seems to hate on Vince.
But
His
when that music
though,
hits-
you were singing along to it though.
this
Yeah.
moth
And of
is
course you
about
got-
to get it.
Well,
Right
yeah.
next to the
And
screen.
of course, you got
Oh,
Shane's
shit.
music.
yeah,
And I'm
Shane's
not gonna lie, I saw Vince
I mean, fuck,
McMahon.
that's one of my fucking stream alerts. His fucking theme.
I mean, I saw Vince McMahon
Someone
one
shares
time.
me bids, it plays his fucking theme.
And as much crap as I give Vince sometime, I'm still going to be the guy in the front row. You know,
Doing that
and I did
like-
it. You know, and I
'Cause, I mean, regardless of how he's doing,
gotta-
it
you gotta
now,
respect
man,
him for
been
what
doing
he's
it
done.
since '85 at least.
yeah.
his music. And again, like I said, we can't say Taker, but those gong, the lights go out and you hear that gong, like you know what
Oh,
time.
yeah.
I mean, I saw his interest in 1992 at WrestleMania. Now, it wasn't as big of a thing at the time, but I saw it during his last few years as a wrestler, and he was doing the feud with CM Punk after Paul Bearer died, and it was literally the Monday after he died. So the urn's in the ring, and Taker comes out and does his tribute. The entrance for that was incredible, and of course, by the end of that show, I think Punk hits him with the urn or steals the urn or something like that. So it was
They
like,
stole the urn.
yeah, I want to say he might have even dumped the urn
Okay.
on him.
Two more we haven't even talked about.
Okay.
Who?
Daniel Bryan's
Yeah. That's
Ride of
kind
the
of a good
Valkyries
point.
hits, and people are,
I'm not a big fan of the whole song that they have for
I
it,
liked his ROH, dude. Final
Yeah, I was
Countdown
gonna
and
say,
ROH,
Final
But-
Countdown
that
was
was
the best one.
but the crowd reaction, absolutely.
yeah. And
Okay.
then the second one is Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But here we go. We need to go back a little bit too. What
Yeah,
about
what?
fucking Rob Van Dam in ECW? He had Pantera, Walk, New Jack, Natural Born Killers. Played the entire
Yeah.
fucking time he wrestled.
Yeah. Shit. That's another
Dreamer.
thing. New Jack's music never stopped
In the
playing in his match.
Really? I didn't
Get
know
your
that.
ass whooped
No.
to the soundtrack.
No, you get your ass. Yeah, you get your ass to a soundtrack.
Why not? I mean, sure.
Who else had a
I
good ass entrance song too?
Songs? I mean, I always love Hunters. I mean, even
Yeah.
though not just the Motorhead one, the one before it, where the game. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that one's good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
Famous' original theme.
Too many
Yeah.
limes.
Too many limes.
Dunderhead.
Lobster head is what I.
Yeah, lobster head. There you go.
I like CM Punk's.
Oh, CM Punk's Kill Switch
personality.
Engage's theme.
I
that's the
preferred the Cult of Personality though, personally.
I did too,
But
Kill Switch
it was good. It was good
but I
too.
did prefer.
Right. I'm still not a big fan of Wild Thing yet for Moxley, but maybe it'll grow on me.
Yeah.
To me, it's
I
just
like
a
his
switch.
original
It's just a
thing.
switch, I think. But yeah, I kind of like that original. But yeah,
Taker's biker theme, but without the words though. I liked it
Yeah.
when it was just dead.
Dude,
I like
Judas for
played just the
Jericho
guitar
right
riff.
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
Judas,
Judith for Jericho.
Cody-
This is a great song.
Cody Rhodes without
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is better too.
Cody Rhodes' original song was better.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
gotta
mean.
say, Cody's theme when AEW started
Yes,
was,
and
was on my Spotify playlist.
Yeah, it's still on
I
mine
don't know why
too.
AEW doesn't hire Jim Johnston. He
No
did
kidding,
most
man.
of those themes for WWE. I mean,
yeah, that's a good point.
Dude, he was
Nakamura's original theme, which
Yeah.
he's doing now,
Which
again
was-
now,
which
with
was-
Obama.
Dude,
I was a little bit more fond of his heel theme.
I like this heel theme too, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But his original theme, like that, when the
but
violin,
when he came out and fought Sammy, when he debuted at Takeover and he
Yes.
fought Sammy and fucking get the violin.
Sammy's bass theme was good.
In
I fucking lost my shit.
By the way, I don't know if y'all saw what I posted in the group chat when I hate this entrance.
Yeah, they
It's
gotta
fucking Shinsuke's. I don't know who the fuck the guitarist was, but he needs to
Ricky
never appear with Shinsuke again.
Boogs or Bogues.
I don't know who the fuck it was, but he needs not to.
Oh, that
appear
fucking
again.
guy
That
they
was
called up
terrible.
from
Yeah, he came out
That
there with
guy
an
was
electric
fucking-
guitar and did. I
That
didn't
was
think it was.
terrible.
Whoever the
It wasn't
chick
great.
was that played it at WrestleMania was dope, though. She played it on guitar and it sounded awesome.
Oh, that's the she plays for Alice Cooper. She's
Yeah,
the
she
guitarist
was good.
for Alice Cooper, I believe.
And then I think it was it the Backlash he debuted for the main roster where they had the
Oh, the
actual- or
dude,
no,
yeah, the violinist dude come out and play.
it was either
It was a
that
SmackDown.
Backlash or it was a.
It was a SmackDown.
I'm pretty
'cause,
sure he had one for takeovers too.
Yeah, he did one for Takeover, and then when he left NXT and he showed up on that SmackDown, because Miz and Maurice were in the ring, and this black dude comes out and starts playing the violin on top of the top of the stage, and then Shinsuke comes out after that.
Yeah,
It's something about that. Doom, doom.
That and the
Like,
way he sells it in the ring and all
Yeah.
that stuff. That's the
Oh,
key.
I love the way he just flows and dances and vibes. It's fun.
And of course, WWE has added explosions to it
He
now.
get that high hit, and then when it hits, he goes down in the ring.
Yeah.
and just like fucking throws his arm. I love it.
Yeah.
That shit's
And
my
it-
man. I love
It's
shit.
that.
It's that natural charisma like a lot of
That's
guys
fucking
have in their
awesome.
entrances. That's what it is.
and that was first time I saw Shinsuke wrestle. I was fucking sold on him.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I watched him. I watched that match between him and AJ at Wrestle Kingdom 11 and 10.
Yeah.
I was like,
Is that the
This
one? Is that the
man-
one where AJ shot the gun at him and he
Yes,
caught it and ate the
he
bullet?
caught it and ate the bullet. Yes.
That was amazing. Yeah. What happened to those two guys, man? I mean,
fucking Okada's theme.
yeah.
Yeah, Okada's thing was another good one.
Yeah.
Damn, what? Red Meta. That's another good finisher. The short
Rainmaker,
arm
yes.
clothesline.
Oh,
And all it is, that's all it is. It's a short arm
Clothesline was always
clothesline.
good. Yeah.
One Winged Angel. If we're going back to the finishers.
Ooh, Christopher Daniels, Angel Wings. I used to love that finisher.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
old TNA days. I mean, there were some good wrestlers down there at that point, like
Yeah,
especially
dude,
the
when
X
it was
division.
NWA TNA. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Entrances.
Right.
I mean, there was another one.
I love Rusev's original entrance.
Machka,
Matska.
Rusev Muria, Rusev Machka. Yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff.
Fuck, Randy Orton even loved that theme.
You remember what was the fuck that?
Back Riders. Oh,
Yeah.
Radio. Tell me. Yeah.
Especially when he was in New York. Yeah.
It's the Ravens Flock. I can't remember their fucking name. It was when Billy Kidman. I can't remember who's all in the fucking flock.
Perry Saturn.
Sick
Yeah.
Boy, Perry
Sick
Saturn,
Boy, yeah.
Raven.
Back in WCW, their entrance, I used to love their music. And I can't remember who fucking did it.
Yeah, I don't remember much about the flock, unfortunately.
I used to love them guys.
Yeah.
It was,
I knew Raven, obviously, but
oh, that's another move I didn't talk about. Shooting star press was dope to me.
unless you're Brock Lesnar landing on your face.
Or your Billy Kidman landed. Who did Billy Kidman land on?
I can't
Chavo.
remember. Chavo, yeah.
It's Chavo, yeah.
Chavo's
Evan Bourne
being
did it
early.
right.
Chavo.
Yeah. Or Latino Heat, you know, the whole thing.
Yeah,
Eddie Guerrero.
that was another good one too.
Yeah.
Lie, I cheat.
And he comes out with a lowrider.
Pick something.
Yeah, the
I'll be right
lowrider. Yeah, that's
I mean,
amazing.
fuck. We're going back to entrance. Kurt Angle's.
Yeah, another go. I mean, yeah. Again, with natural
Lesnar's
charisma.
music hits. You're going nuts.
An underrated WrestleMania match too, outside of the finish with the shooting star, but those two went at it, and they were the two best guys on SmackDown at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole build that was a great WrestleMania 19 in general was a good WrestleMania, let alone the
That was the first time Jericho and Michaels.
yes,
showed up
Jericho
in
and Michaels, that match there, man. I mean, whew. Yeah, then you had the final match of Austin.
Bill too, because he punched her and he punched his wife in the face by accident. Though. I mean,
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Holy shit! Did he level her?
It looked good on film though. Is that the one where Sean ate the television too, or was that later?
He threw. No, he
It was
threw.
that
I don't think it
feud,
was the
yeah.
same night, but he was that during that feud. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was during
yeah.
the feud, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So, WWE posted something today,
Okay.
and I'll just get you guys' opinion on it real quick. It said, "Should Kofi get a title match since he beat Randy Orton and Lashley in the same night?" What do you guys think?
Well, like we said, I believe during our review, I think they're going Bobby and Drew next at Hell in a Cell. But after that, it stands to reason they would probably do Kofi versus Bobby because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the match. I still have a hard time believing they're going to take the belt off Bobby anytime soon, unless it goes to Drew. But I mean, I'm not against it.
Like I said, as much as I don't like, I don't even necessarily don't like Bobby. But it's just,
He's doing
I don't
good
know,
work.
Something about him. I will.
My
Yeah,
bad.
I'm loving his title reign right now, but I would like to see Kofi with that title again.
Yeah, I just hope whenever they give him the title again, in Kofi's case, they
Let
don't.
him actually run with it.
Well, he had it for a little bit, but it was like
He had it between that Mania and
The Brock
first
match.
night SmackDown,
But the problem with me
and
was the way he lost it. It's like, man,
it was under 10 seconds. If I'm
yeah,
not
I think it was
mistaken.
8, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that part bugged
I
a
was
lot of
fucking
people
Furious at that.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
when Brock beat Kofi in 8 seconds for the title.
Wow. But then he lost it to like Goldberg in like 5. So
Agreed. Well, not 5. Well, was it 5 seconds? Really?
it was short as fuck. It was either 5 or it wasn't that damn long.
Either way, I just felt Kofi should at least have been able to put up a fight in it. I get you're trying to put Brock over, but you know.
Oh,
Hey,
Brock.
I'm sorry.
That's what I said.
I'm
Just
sorry.
like them birds.
Jaden came out here and reminded me. Y'all remember Rey Mysterio's Booyaka Booyaka? Like
Yeah.
when he used to jump
Oh,
through the
That
yeah.
and I get that was probably getting hard on his knees, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
that
that
was
stuff was great.
fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's had probably knee. I think he's had knee issues anyway, if I remember correctly. So, yeah.
All right, guys. So I wanted to, unless we have some more wrestling
No, we're
talk,
good.
I wanted to kind of take this into direction.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been talking about this, and we've all been talking about this for a long time. I've been wanting to do this greatest horror movie tournament. I know a lot of you guys aren't exactly, number one when it comes to the horror genre, but I think you guys have seen this enough, at least most of these movies. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to stay out of this unless there is a need for a tiebreaker, if you will.
I don't see why you
I
need
don't
to
think
with
there
3 of
will
us.
be
But,
because there's 3 of you, so
right,
we're
right.
good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Actually, I don't think I would need. So good. I will just sit back and be the moderator.
All right,
Awesome.
cool.
Never mind. So, the first we're gonna go through is the slasher / crazy family
Okay.
So our first movie up is we have. It is going up against
What was that first movie? I missed.
the first one
Alfred
you-
Hitchcock's original Psycho, not the remake with.
Okay. Christian Bale. Or whatever.
No, Scream versus Psycho.
Scream
Oh,
versus
Scream
Psycho.
versus Psycho.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I've seen Scream. It's been a while since I've seen Psycho. Now, how are we judging this? Just what we like, what we prefer? Is that how we're doing it?
It's whatever you think is the better of the two movies.
Psycho.
Yeah, I'd say probably
Yeah,
Psycho
Psycho.
overall because Scream's kind of a
Scream
parody.
got weird, yeah.
But
Yeah, I would go with
Okay,
Psycho.
so that's
too.
2 for Psycho. Damon, did you say Psycho too? Or
Yeah.
Jackson, hand my chew, bud.
all right, so Psycho's moving on.
all right.
All right. So our next set of movies here. Let's see here. Have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
One of my favorite movies.
Okay. And that is going up against Candyman.
Another one of my favorite movies.
What was that second one?
Candyman.
Candyman.
Ooh. That one's actually a hard one.
This is hard for me because I don't recall seeing either one. But if I had to choose, yeah, I know.
What the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
not a big horror guy. But based on what I know about them, Candyman's the better movie.
I
So
don't know about the better movie, but
Okay, so we've got
Yeah.
one Candyman.
so I'll go with
Damn, I can't choose.
that. This is round one.
I know.
Yeah.
No,
I'm gonna go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Candyman. I'm a big
Okay.
Tony
All
Todd fan.
right.
Big
Tiebreaker.
I'm a huge Tony Todd fan. Fuck off.
Don't be wrong. I'm not mad.
Uh-huh.
I'm not mad because I love Candyman too. But like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is fucked up. But when
Oh,
those
it is.
bees show up,
Like,
the Candyman.
if it wasn't for Tony Todd being in Candyman, I would have went with Massacre. But like I said, and I tried for the longest time. I was like, no, can't just make it based on Tony Todd. But it's like, fuck it.
It's
Tony
your vote
Todd's in
based
that
on what you
movie.
want.
I know, but it's like I'm
And
trying to be
I love, but I love
fair
them
and
both. I love them
unbiased.
both. I love them both. But
telling you, if I was going to be in this, Halloween would go. It would just fucking win. But I'm not. That's why I'm not in it.
And I agree with
You
Tony.
went
I
to the
probably would too.
tournament.
Yeah.
But okay, so our next one, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but American Psycho. That was with Christian Bale, where he was stockbroker and
My man.
in the 80s.
That one was
when he's putting down the plastic, having a fucking conversation, like
Oh,
this
yeah.
bitch, you don't know you about to die. Like how you not know?
Oh yeah.
Like, my man is prepping the area.
Oh yeah, that one. It was a good movie. What's it up against?
Okay, so we've
Tony?
got American Psycho
Motherfucker showed up in a rain poncho and shit.
versus Wrong Turn, not the remake, the original one. Do you remember anyone remember the original Wrong Turn?
Remember the original one?
No.
No.
I'm going American Psycho here.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a little
Okay.
background if you want.
Okay.
Wrong Turn is basically about a bunch of kids who are taking hiking trip
trip.
or whatnot in
What
the
year?
West Virginia
What
mountains,
year was Wrong Turn?
and they're impulse cannibals.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I want to say
And I
like
know,
early
I know the
2000s.
premises of the Wrong Turns, but what year was this original one?
This one is probably early 2000s. I want to say like
Yeah.
2001, 2002. It had a Dushku in it. I
Alicia
can never say her
Dushku.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that's a good
2005.
movie.
I like the premise for sure.
2005. Okay.
No, there's no way. There's one in 2003, 2005.
That's a good movie.
There's like 7 of those.
There's
Yeah,
like
there's
a
a lot of Wrong
1,000
Turns.
of them.
I'm still gonna, I'm gonna still gonna
what was
stick with
our choices again?
American Psycho. I'm still gonna take American
Yeah,
Psycho.
American Psycho, just because
we
of
got
that
one-
scene.
Well, 2 out of 3.
So
My man was in
American
the.
Psycho
He was
goes
just getting it ready. Like I'm about to kill you,
Yeah.
and you don't know.
all right.
I'm over the back of
My
his head.
opinion. But
Wrong
we got-
Turn is good
we
too,
got
though.
Is it the Wrong Turn's the one with 3 fingers, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think I found the right one.
Okay.
2003.
Gotcha.
Man, Eric, you gotta watch these movies.
I know. I got to get on this.
They are brutal as shit.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Does anybody else have the thing where like
Okay, so-
they like new movies, but they also tend to watch the same things over and over again? Sometimes that they really enjoy. 'Cause I do that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm the same way, man.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, go
I
ahead.
tell you right now,
I don't know.
if I had
after
dropped,
realizing which one it is, I might I might change my vote to the wrong.
if I had Drop Dead Fred in front of me right now, I'd be watching the damn podcast.
Wow. No one we know where we
That
stand.
is like for legitimately, that
so-
is like one of my favorite movies ever in life.
All right, let Tanner go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Next one. No, you're all right. You're all right. Original Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. Goes up against The Devil's Rejects, the sequel to
you
House
asshole.
of Thousand
Oh
Corpses.
man,
Nightmare.
I'm going to take Nightmare too. Sorry,
Yeah,
Brandon.
I'm taking Nightmare too, because even though that bitch got hit by a bus by wearing her boyfriend's mask or face on her face,
I remember
it's funny as
that.
shit. And then like DDP and Danny Trejo just roll up like, fuck. Nightmare on Elm Street to me, because Freddy, like Tony loves Michael Myers. I like Freddy Krueger because it's so fucked up to me because he's the only one like
You can't run from.
dreams. You can't do shit.
No.
That's your dream. Where you're supposed to have the sense of control, but in reality, you fucking don't.
No.
Yeah. So Freddy is
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
I got a feeling Freddy or Nightmare on Elm Street will go pretty far in this, most likely.
Can.
Yeah.
It very well can. So our next movie round, our next one's coming up. We have Sleepaway Camp. I don't know if anybody's familiar.
I haven't heard that
Basically,
one.
what that is
Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp is based on this counselor. Her name is Angela, and she ends up, 86, and all the other counselors, a couple students. Turns
This
out that
one's
she is
fucked up.
actually,
Transgender.
I guess what we call transsexual these days. She has a penis.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big
It's
reveal at the end of
it's
the
a
movie.
very. Not saying that is just the way it's a whole. I've seen James. Can't remember his last name. Guy that does Dead Meat, the kill counts. He's actually done these movies. That's how I know about it.
Yo, this
So-
shit looks fucked up, bro.
So
As a movie, it is.
Yo, them shorts on my man though is short. When was this movie filmed?
I think
80s.
That's why them bitches is hugging his
All right,
biz
and it's
off.
going up against Leslie Vernon, or Behind the Mask, the story of Leslie Vernon, and what that is that's actually in that world. Michael, Freddy, Jason, all of these people are real murderers, the real things, and
I've seen this.
kid is aspiring to be like them, and
Oh,
this
wow.
documentary crew comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen this.
So-
This is also
I have not
fucked
seen that
up.
one.
Yeah, this is also fucked up.
I mean, I'll stay out of
I
this
watched
one
this
because I've
on
not seen either
Netflix.
one. But if I had to choose, I'd take the second one. But
No, I take the first one.
Okay.
I think I'll go with Sleepaway Camp.
All right, so that would be
Sleepaway
2
Camp.
for Sleepaway, so
All right.
that goes on automatically.
Because its sequel,
Alright,
I
we actually-
think it's still real fucked up.
Tony,
Sequel
is,
to Sleepaway Camp is better. The second one, in my opinion, is,
Yeah.
is a lot better.
Tony, is
Yes.
Crump Skull on this list at all? Is
No,
Lake
he's not.
Rest-
He did not. He
Oh,
didn't make the list, but I'll
Damn.
bring him in next time.
damn.
All right, so next one we have a. This is my favorite movies. Has
Okay.
a young Ving Rhames in it. The People Under the Stairs
Oh God, I remember this movie.
versus Terrifier. And I don't know if you guys look up Art the Clown if you want to. That's who Terrifier. He started out in a short film
But Art the
anthology
Clown?
horror thing. It's just this terrifying looking fucking clown.
Yeah,
And
it's
he's
Terrifier.
vicious. Like one of the in Terrifier is he has a girl. Yeah, it's Terrifier is the name of the movie, but Art the Clown is the guy in it, the killer.
dude, that's
He has a
messed up.
girl hanging upside down naked at her ankles,
Easy.
and he saws her
Right.
in half, starting with a hacksaw, starting in her vagina.
yeah.
Oh
This
my
is another
God.
one I've seen on
Dude.
the kill count for Dead Meat.
And you wonder why I don't watch a lot of
The
these.
second one, fuck that.
Man,
If it's the one I'm thinking of, then yes.
That's
it's-
pretty
The
recent.
second one gets my vote.
Terrifier.
Yo,
the sequel's coming
James
out
A.
soon.
Janice is who I'm
really?
thinking of.
I'm gonna send you this picture. Hold up. It's in our group chat.
I mean, the clown alone makes me want to vote for that one. Because
Yeah, I'm
that
voting for
thing's
that
messed
one.
up.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going for Terrifier then. That's wow. That's
How did I have not heard that one? It's only a few years old. I'm so surprised.
That's minus the.
Oh yeah. I'd see
Oh
that.
yeah,
They got that.
Scooby Doo. Bruh.
Mm.
That's kind of the way I pictured it.
Clown is terrifying as shit.
I
Oh, dude. Yeah. If you watch the
specifically
trailer.
that the link I just sent was to the Dead Meat channel for Tony
Gotcha.
because he
Thank you, D.
kind of, and Eric, you can cut this out, but essentially he'll take horror movies and things based around horror, and we'll go through each of them and like do a kill count,
Oh, okay.
while also giving facts about like behind the scenes shit and all that. It's a good
Sorry,
channel.
listen. I might have to start
He's
listening
done-
to some of these at work, to be honest with you.
He's done Friday. I think he's done the Halloween movies. He's done Nightmare. That's like the sleepaway camps. That's how I know about sleepaway camps through him
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the other It
and
movies.
the
too.
Terrifier.
So we've got 4 movies left, 2
Okay.
matchups in this round. We'll be done with this round.
Okay. We can maybe do one
So-
next week or something. Maybe. Is that kind of want to do
The
it?
next one coming up is Motel Hell, and that's going up against The Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes.
That's probably what I would have taken too. But yeah.
Eric, one of these nights, this is what we got to do. Since we all get on here,
Yeah.
we can all find these fucking
Just
movies.
do like a watch along. Yeah, we can do that.
We can watch some of these fucking movies, dude.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. And this last one for this one is one of my favorite movies, Maniac Cop against 2001 Maniacs.
Maniac Cop.
Never heard of either of these. two.
Me neither.
Okay,
I've seen
so
Maniac
Maniac
Cop
Cop.
before.
Maniac Cop is about a cop that gets he gets framed and goes to prison. And when he's in prison, these guys fucking just slash him in the shower, fucking just mutilate him, and he supposedly dies. And then he comes back to life as this fucking huge gnarly cop, and he goes and kills anyone and everyone that's in his way while he's trying to get revenge on all the people that set him up.
Okay.
And then 2001 Maniacs is basically just like a bunch of ghosts from the Confederacy who come back to life and eat and kill and hunt people during the reenactment of the Civil War. Oh,
First one.
all right. One
Yeah.
Maniac Cop.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd take the first one too. I'd say. Yeah. Maniac Cop, I guess.
All right, we've got one more category to go through, and then we'll be done for this week.
All right.
And then we can do the other 2.
Right on.
All right, so we got Cop.
Now, just so I know when I post the video, will next week be round 1, like the other half of the bracket? Is that what I'm assuming?
Yes, so
Okay.
yes, sir. It'll
Gotcha.
be the other half of round 1.
All right, I'll make sure I get that right.
Okay. So here we go, guys. We are going to be doing zombies slash creatures.
Okay.
So our first one out of that one is the original Night of the Living Dead up against Jaws.
Well, Jaws for me.
Night of the Living
Night
Dead.
of the Living Dead.
Oh, wow. I'm kind of surprised at that. Okay.
I've seen them both, but I like Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
That was a fucked up movie, too.
Okay, Night of the Living Dead.
I'm more akin to like. I'm not saying Jaws was terribly shot, but just Night of the Living Dead, in my opinion, with George A. Romero's shooting of it. Perfect.
Okay,
Right.
I can give you that. I too would have probably voted for Night of the Living Dead on that one, but that's Jaws is still a classic. So our next movie, one of my favorites, zombie comedy, Return of the Living Dead. That was where you get to see Tarman, and that's where they're in Louisville, and they burn the zombie, and the smoke goes up into the fucking clouds, and it rains, and that's what brings all the zombies back to life.
Of
We
course
have
it
that
does.
versus Tremors.
I got to go
Versus
Tremors.
what?
Tremors.
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 Yeah, I got to go Tremors.
Yeah, Tremors.
Classic in my
Just
opinion.
because like things were underneath the ground, vibrations. That's fucked up.
I never cared for the
That's all
Tremors
it cost.
sequels that much, but that original.
No, the original.
Tremor,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
The sequels were.
I think they're still making Tremors sequels, if I'm not mistaken.
They are. And the one guy.
one dude.
The one guy is still in it.
Yeah. The dude, I want to say he was married to Reba in the first film. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
He was. Yep.
Yeah.
He's in
You're
all
right,
of them.
right. So I think Brandon will get a kick out of this one because we watched this one together. Zombievers.
What?
God. God.
Yeah, fucking Zombievers.
Oh my.
God.
It was fucking shit.
It was
What was it?
something. Okay.
Zombievers. Look at the trailer. Go ahead and pull the trailer up if you want to. It's fucking. I love it.
I'll at least pull up the poster. 'cause
So we're
I gotta
gonna do
see this.
Zombievers.
I don't know. Something Stanley always said. Excelsior. I don't know.
If you've got it up
2014
against Human
version?
Centipede, I'm not going to be surprised. Or something to that
Dude.
effect.
No, it's not.
Zombievers. The end of that movie, I didn't see coming, but
Oh my god, that poster is amazing.
it was a movie.
It was made in 2014, right?
What was that? Tony? Because we watched Zombievers and Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, Jesus
No, we
Christ,
watched.
turkey.
Which, by the way, that is on this list. It's on this.
Oh,
Sweet
yes.
Jesus.
in the holiday.
Have you seen that, Eric?
No.
Thanksgiving? Oh my God.
Oh, that's another one. Dead
That
Man's Cover
turkey.
on kill counts. That
That
one,
turkey.
Jesus.
Was just giving her the. All right, I'm
Oh.
not,
I can't
you
wait
gotta
till some of
see
these
it.
watch-alongs.
So,
Yeah.
Zombiever
Oh my God.
versus Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Hellraiser's fucked up.
Hellraiser.
Darn. I'm going to take
Fun fact.
Zombievers just because it sounds incredible.
Fun
I
fact,
would
though.
have took Beavers too. Eric, so.
I mean,
Fun
yeah.
fact, though. I read the book. Well, I listened to the book, Hellraiser book. You do not know the amount of shit that they had to cut out
Oh, I have
of
no
that
doubt about it.
movie that's in the book just because it's fucked up and they couldn't
Oh
put
yeah,
it on.
I'm sure the MPAA ratings had to get that.
Like they couldn't do it. Like there's a whole scene in the beginning of the book that's not in the movie simply because you can't show basically a demon forcing a nun to get fucked. It's fucked up.
Sounds like it.
Okay, so let's.
Moving on.
It's unsettling.
The next
I'll say
thing
it that
we
way.
have is we're gonna do Leprechaun. I don't know how many
In the
people have
Hood?
seen Leprechaun.
Yeah.
In the hood?
That's one of the sequels of it, but
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one with
original
Hornswoggle?
Leprechaun.
Or you're
First
thinking of a
one.
different one?
No, Leprechaun.
That's
So,
something
no,
different.
that's a
Actual
horrible,
Yeah, that's
horrible.
Gotcha.
creep or
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
No, Leprechaun versus Ghoulies.
Leprechaun.
No, hold on, man. Man.
Ghoulies?
Leprechaun.
Don't,
One left. Okay.
don't make me be the
Leprechaun.
tiebreaker because I've not seen either.
Leprechaun.
All right. Well, there you go.
Ghoulies is
Okay.
good, though.
So Leprechaun.
Damn it. I feel like I should have went Ghoulies on that.
And you didn't put it in my heads. Did you want to do that?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Leprechaun's a
So the
good
next
movie.
one we are going to do John Carpenter's The Thing, the classic The Thing, and that's going up against Puppet Master.
Puppet Master.
The thing.
That movie terrified me as a child because my stepdad had it on VHS and we watched it one night. And the one with the V for Vendetta mask was fucked up. And the one with had the drill on his fucking head.
Well, with all that being said, the thing.
All right, so there's two for The Thing.
Yeah.
Both of y'all. Puppet Master is traumatizing as shit.
We're actually moving on through these pretty quickly. Actually, we could maybe if
Well,
you-
we're already at an hour and a
we'll see
half,
what
so
happens.
just keep
See how
that
you
in
guys
mind.
feel.
Eric, look up Puppet Master on your phone.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
let's.
let's go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and throw the
Yeah.
next one out while he does that. But
Yeah, go ahead.
so Resident Evil against Cooties. Does anyone know what Cooties is? Need me to explain that one for you?
Outside of the thing that you
Yeah.
get from girls when you're young, cooties.
Cooties is basically these chicken nuggets get infected somehow, and they end up going to all these schools across the fucking United States, and it turns the kids into fucking little fucking zombies, basically. Elijah Wood's in it, and so is the
Really?
guy from The Office, the guy that plays Dwight, or whatever his name is.
Rainn Wilson.
It's funny as fuck, and they have to fight their way through fucking kids that are just trying to eat and kill them, and it's a good flick.
Huh.
But so we got Cooties versus Resident Evil.
I mean, I kind of want to see Cooties, but I'm going to have to go Resident Evil because at least that first film was really pretty good, in my opinion. It kind of fell off after that, but yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Above y'all.
Okay. There we go.
But I do want to see Cooties now.
Is Critters on this list? I love Critters.
Critters is
Not on the list.
almost made this list, but they didn't.
Damn it.
Not
They
quite.
didn't make the cut.
Dang.
All right, so we
Critters-
have Night of the Demons versus Night of the Creeps.
This is you two.
I've seen Night of the Creeps. I haven't seen Night of the Demons.
I haven't seen either.
Well, I need a little history on this one.
Okay, so Night of the Demons is your classic 80s possession movie. Bunch of kids go to a party, and little do they know the person that's hosting this party is becoming possessed, and she strategically, one by one, picks people off throughout the party, and she kind of morphs into a demon. She gets nastier looking throughout the movie. And then your Night of the Creeps, actually, funny thing is, the guy that stars in this movie is also in Lethal Weapon and Halloween 3, and I worked for his nephew back in Ohio. So, small world. But these things are slugs that get inside your body and fucking turn you. They either reanimate you into a zombie-like creature, or they fucking just turn you into one as you're alive. They go up your hoo-ha, or they'll go up anything. Whatever they can do to get in your body.
Right.
Seen Night of the Creeps.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go with Night of the
I'll
Creeps.
take that for the premise.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what I would have picked, guys. Night of the Creeps goes on.
Okay.
So, our last one in this category have The Stuff, which is a great movie, versus Troll.
Troll was the shit. That was
Anybody
fucked up.
know either one of those?
I know Troll.
Troll.
Okay. That's all you need to know, I guess.
Hey, so
Yeah.
we have moved through these two sections. I only got two sections left, and then we'll be into the next bracket. If you guys want to go ahead and do them, or do you want to save them? It's up to you guys.
Well, it just depends on what you want to do. We're at an hour and 36 already.
Yeah. I'd rather
Uh,
save him.
you wanna
So we got holiday themed,
Oh, cool.
and we've got monsters, found footage, supernatural. Those are the two sections left.
All
If
right.
you guys want to do them tonight, we can. If not, we can save them.
Save him.
Yeah, why don't we save until next week?
Save 'em.
I mean, I'm good. I'm wide awake actually. So it's
Right.
up to
I'm
you
not.
guys.
I gotta get my ass to bed.
I got you.
Okay, then we will. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
and
Yeah, you want to wrap up this
So we're
week's show?
doing this
final
again.
thought?
All right. Yeah. But we'll definitely do the second half of round one next week for sure. And all you
Yeah, like
put the poster
wanna
up
say
and
this.
everything. That's for sure.
I like this right here. What this whole
Yeah.
hour. 30
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
or whatever.
I think this is probably what
This
we'll
was
do going
cool.
forward. Just us chit chat and talk about whatever we want to talk about. You know,
Fun. Yeah, it's been real fun actually.
and it's going to be getting to know us better that way on the channel too. So it's not just all of
Yeah.
us talking about. I mean, we'll talk about things that's going on and stuff as
We
well.
did.
But and we did. And, you know, and there's going to be times where we just want to talk about our lives. You
Oh.
know, so
Before we do wrap it up,
Okay.
that question I posed to you
after work.
after you got off work. So with the news of AEW at the beginning of 2022 moving to TBS, I mean, obviously they're going to, but do you think AEW should rename the TNT title to the TBS title?
It probably will, I would assume.
Yeah, there's also a lot of talk
I
going
mean,
on about it possibly just staying TNT because Dynamite is kind of a TNT thing. But
Right.
I personally, if I had, I mean, I know a lot of people may not agree with this, but I think it would be okay just to call it like the television title.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I just called it television title. That's-
Because not only
TV
because not only are they going to move to TBS, they already said that there will be 4 specials throughout the year annually outside of their
Yeah.
pay-per-views that will be on TNT. So it's going to be on both channels. So
I just called it. television
Really
title.
hoping they named the TNT title like you said, Eric, because it's similar to Dynamite and not because they're on TNT.
Right.
Because if that's the case, and then they said, "Well, this is the TBS title," man, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
I think personally.
Just the
Yeah, keep it the way it
AEW
is.
television.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Or
AEW.
television title sound.
the explosive
AEW
title.
All right.
That's dumb.
Explosive diarrhea.
yeah. But yeah, I told Damon though. I don't think that's high on their priorities at the moment because they still got 7 months. But I do think
Yeah.
that is something they are going to have to address at some point. But they've got a little time for sure.
But yeah, even since that announcement, I haven't like none of the other like wrestling themed channels have like even brought it up in passing in any segments or anything.
I think that the deal
Which
is so
usually
fresh.
they typically something like that with involving a title, someone would have like posed the questions like, where do they go with that title from that point on?
It's mostly online fandom that are talking about it more than it is like the commentators or the critics of the companies for sure. But give it time. I think it's coming for sure. But
yeah. Now that brings up a question about next week too. That I'll bring up next week. I'm not gonna do it now because
don't forget that. So yeah, that's a little teaser for next week.
Oh, wait a minute. With Mike next week,
we're gonna
have to be the tiebreaker because
but it'd be cool to have another thought on it though. So, we can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, and all
right.
I think he's seen his share of horror films, if I remember correctly.
He's a huge Halloween fan too, just like
I know
so
that. Yeah. So that's the tease for next week. For all of you listening, we are going to have our fun facts and trivia guru Mike on the podcast next week, as well as we'll probably also film a live version of the fun facts and trivia segment. So it'll be going up, and he'll be right here with us on the channel. So definitely check that out.
We're stumping him, right?
Yeah, we're going to quiz him, and I think he said he may even still have one for us as well for the 1995 year. So we
got to come up with something.
Well, we already had one as a group.
I've got two.
He's got
ready
two.
to go.
Well, he said he kind of wanted us to do that one that we talked about as a group, and maybe each individually come up with one. We might even make it like our own part of the podcast next week. So that'll be fun, and then we can do the tournament and just whatever else we want to talk about. That'll probably be next week's show. But anyways, that'll do it for this week, guys. For episode 6 of the Fat Boy Cartel podcast. I kind of like the new format we got going on here. We'll probably do that going forward. So, but the real question is, what did you guys think? Please comment down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all notifications about when we put up new content on this channel. And until our next video, guys, take care.
Ready to go, man, lock and load.
It's awesome.
That's right. I swear to God that I can jump and roll. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.